This odd trader came by several months ago. He said it's a very rare brew with a very odd name. I believe he called it Grandma's Sweat Stout.
Sounds disgusting.
I have not tried it personally. He promises that it was very good and very rare, but the name alone has deterred all of my patrons away from this Grandma's Sweat Stout, which is why I've had it for so long.
That's the name he came up with. I gotta admit, I'm curious.
Out of character, it was the name
It's
of
from
the brew
Titan's
from
Grave.
Titan's Grave.
Okay. Lovely. How much is it? Got my curiosity up.
Honestly, it's been sitting back here just collecting dust for the last several months. Here, take it. I don't want it.
Well, thank you, I think. I hope.
So you have in your inventory one small cask of Grandma's Sweat Stout.
Oh, lovely. We'll try that one night. Wait till we're all almost dead, then we'll drink it.
Yep.
That'll put hair on your chest.
That put hair on Grandma's chest. Why do you think she's so sweaty? So, what can I do for the rest of you?
Nothing for me, please.
I'm just gonna stand in the corner, clutching the book.
Well, I suppose since there's no way to avoid rubbing this in everybody's face since they came to this place with me, I step up to the guy and ask, I have these trinkets that I found, and I was wondering if you might be interested in buying them.
He takes a look. He pulls out the little monocle that's like to examine in greater detail. He looks. It's like, where did you find these?
They're in some sort of tomb.
It's like, he's lost in awe. He's like, the engravings and the craftsmanship of these. It's so fine.
Oh, there was a specter guarding it as well. It was quite the battle.
While they're having this little conversation, I just want to shout, they're cursed.
He's so like
Not cursed.
caught up in examining this that he doesn't even hear you guys talking anymore. I will offer you 150 gold for the 3.
Excellent. Actually, I think that's quite a deal. Thank you. And then I hand him the 3.
And he reaches behind the counter and in his pouch he pulls out 150 gold pieces, and he takes the 2 rings and the locket from you.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
I'll ask him, do you have any herbalist supplies? Maybe for healing potions or whatnot?
He opens this big dusty tome. He flips a couple of pages. Just there's dust flying everywhere because this book is just dust is settled everywhere. Everything in this place is a mess. It's amazing how he was able to find anything. He skims a couple more pages and he goes, "Yes, I do believe I have in the back in row 3, shelf number I do have one old herbalist kit."
Do you have any herbs? Like actual herbs? I don't need the kit. I've got one, but herbs are more what I'm looking
he flips
for.
a couple more pages. He's like, yes, I do believe I have a few herbs for herbalism. And he walks into the back room, and then a short time later, he comes out with a small little burlap pouch filled with various herbs and incenses.
Okay. Can I sort of see? What check would I have to make to see
I'll
if I
just
can
say,
make?
I'll say a nature check.
Okay. I have no idea.
You have
No.
you have no idea, but these herbs they smell very pleasant and appealing.
I'll take them. Do you know what do they do?
I guess it would depend on how you procure them.
Right.
Perhaps they could be used for maybe healing potions, maybe some sort of remedy to aid the sick. Perhaps it could just blow up in your face. I myself, I am no alchemist, but
Let me take a look. 20.
as you examine these herbs, you realize that these, if mixed in the proper order with enough time, they could make a healing potion.
They're legitimate. They're good for a healing potion.
I'll take them.
You'll just have to learn the proper order to mix them in.
Okay. He references his ledger. That'll be 20 copper pieces.
Okay. I hand over 20.
And he gives you the small pouch.
Alright.
Is there anything else I can help you guys with? And lady, of course, my apologies.
No, I'm good.
Suppose we all done.
I believe so.
Alrighty, as you leave the shop, now what do you guys do?
What time of day is it again?
It's
Like
about
early?
9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning.
Okay. Well, if everybody's finished with what they needed to do, we might want to head out to that Lance Rock.
Yeah. Where is that on the map?
I will mark it for you. Lance Rock is approximately right there on the Red Larch surroundings.
Okay. So, I say we head there. Everyone's healed up, right?
Yep.
Yes.
We're all.
Yeah, you all have restored all your. Actually, yeah, you didn't use any. Or no, did you? I'm trying to think. I think you used a couple of spell slots for the flying sword, but you haven't done a long rest yet.
But we have a short
Oh, we
rest,
hadn't
so-
long rest? I thought we. Oh, sorry. I thought we had long rested before we came back. My bad.
No, you haven't long rested. You've short rested,
Yeah.
and you made your way back to town.
Perhaps we should take a long rest then and make sure that we're
Yeah. Perhaps that would be best.
at full capacity.
Okay.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yes, I'll admit I'm still a bit exhausted from last night.
So you guys head back to your respective rooms.
I'd
Even
like
though
to.
it's early morning, you're still super exhausted from the previous night. 8 hours go by. It is now, math is bad, about 5 in the evening as you each walk out of your inn rooms. Again, those of you that stayed at the helm had a terrible sleep. These beds are super uncomfortable.
During those 8 hours, could I attempt to make the potion with my herbalism kit?
Sure, I will say. Are you proficient with your herbalism kit?
I am.
Okay. So roll a.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I don't think so. The hermit background, does that give proficiency?
Yeah, I think that gives proficiency with herbalism.
With
I'm
the
pretty
kit.
sure. Yeah, with the kit.
Yeah, I do.
So I will
then.
say, roll a medicine check and add 2 to that.
Well, I'm proficient in medicine.
So you take the medicine roll and add an additional 2.
Okay. So 11.
Okay, you get the beginnings of your concoction going, because you don't need to rest the entire time, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Just
Yeah.
in
You don't
your
even
room.
need to rest at all.
Yeah.
Well, like sleep. You don't need to sleep at all.
So I'll
You just
say,
need to rest.
you start the brewing process. You haven't quite figured out the correct formula because you're just kind of winging it. You're
Right.
unsure of the proportions and the method and the order, but you're starting to learn. You still have plenty of herbs.
Okay. So, then we get going?
Okay. As you exit your rooms, those of you in the helm, you walk down and you're greeted by Cookie. Once again, he goes, "You want Cookie cooking?"
Not today, Cookie.
Not for
We-
me. I've got...
We had a whole chicken.
Yeah.
Cookie sad. You know, like Cookie cooking.
I'll take some cooking.
You want Cookie cooking?
Yes, I do.
And he runs into the kitchen. He grabs a small wooden bowl. He pours some of tonight's special in, and he rushes out of the kitchen. By the time he gets to you, I would say about a quarter of it has fallen on the floor, some of it on his smock, and he presents it to you. Cookie cooking.
Thank you, Cookie.
It smells awful.
I
Is
eat
that
it with a
is that a
smile.
rat? Is that a rat tail?
I eat it with a smile.
Oh, quite. Well, she does enjoy odd meals.
So, you guys have, well, Aziel, you have your, what can only be described as stew. You're not quite sure